Hi, I'm going to take you through how to create an XY graph using Google Sheets. Because everybody has access to Google Sheets, I'm sure that many of you are going to be using this to create your XY graph. In this case, for this exercise, we were graphing recurrence time and magnitude. And so the easiest way to do this is to just go ahead and click and drag the cells that you want to graph. So there's our recurrence time. Then I press the control key so that I can select non-adjacent columns, and that's what I'm doing. Go ahead and drag that end down so now I have all the data selected. Then I say insert chart, and you can see that it automatically creates axis labels for you, which is nice, but there are a few things that you should do to clean this up. The first one, hopefully you recognize that all of the information for your axis titles is coming from what Google recognizes above each column. So it took, here's your recurrence time and there's your magnitude. However, for a graph like this, let's keep the title simple, and we want to get rid of those asterisks next to magnitude, and same thing with residence time. You just want to go ahead, and all we really want to show there is our residence time was in seconds. So that was it. I mean, we just created a decent looking graph that includes your data. However, it is not a very pretty graph the way that it is shown. And so what I'm going to do, if you look down here, we have grid lines and ticks. And here we're looking at the horizontal axis. You can see these are really widely spaced, so it's kind of hard to tell what is connected to what. And so what I like to do is to add a few more minor grid lines to make it easier to see where each point lies. I want to do the same thing on the vertical axis. Click on the minor grid lines and then the major tick marks. And so now you have a graph that should be pretty easy to read, and you can find any point on the chart and actually fairly easily see what the values are in both recurrence time and magnitude. Now the other thing that you want to do, and I'm going to go ahead and collapse grid lines and ticks here, is you want to add a trend line. So in this case, you can see we're over here in the customize, and we want to mess with a data series. If you scroll down, you can see that there is an option to add a trend line. There's your linear trend line. There's the color of your trend line. We want to see our equation. So up here, 1.54x plus a negative 0.725, and you can see that's in mx plus b format. And you should also show your r squared value, which is 0.597. And so if you remember, r squared is really a goodness of fit, like how well does that trend line actually fit your data? And that's not a bad one. It's almost 0.6. But what you want to remember is that an r squared value of 0 would mean that you had absolutely no connection between the trend line and your data, whereas an r squared value of 1 would mean that every single point was exactly on that trend line. And so you can see that while in general you see an increase as you move from low magnitudes and short recurrence times, you have lower magnitudes, longer recurrence times, so more time passing before an earthquake, you have your higher magnitudes. But in general, hopefully you can see though that it's a fairly easy thing to add to any chart in Google Sheets. So if you do have any questions about this though, just feel free to let me know. Thanks.